Good afternoon, folks, and welcome to Darlington Raceway. The beautiful Lady in Black here for the Lady in Black 130 presented by Buttkicker. As the Truck Series is getting rolling here, this is the cutoff for the top 16 to get into the round of 12. Got a couple drivers on that cutoff line that are going to have to make ends meet here at the track. That is just too tough to tame. And it is going to be a fun one to see as you are riding on board with Wes Wiegand. We've got somebody on board here with us that has no need for an introduction. It is I'm just going to shut up and restart it. It is the one and only John Kinder, Cup Series driver. Kinder is joining us up here in the booth. How are you, Kinder? And you excited for tonight here at one of your favorite tracks?
Oh yeah, excited to see how this is all done. You guys make it seem easy, so I appreciate you guys inviting me up to do this. It should be fun.
Sir, it will be fun. Well, hey, we're glad you are up here. It's awesome to see you race on Wednesdays. Awesome to get to talk to you when we do. And now we're going to get here and watch a race with you. It's going to be fun from this perspective. But either way, we are under qualifying right here. Wes Wiegand just set himself into the pole position with a 30.036. So pretty bad fast lap around here. And we'll see if anybody else can better that currently, as we've only got 6 trucks qualified at the moment. And if I am correct, the 36, that is Trent Cameron, does not qualify. The 77 of Doug Neal and the 87 of Billy Bowerman, they will not be qualifying tonight due to incidents last week in the last week race, or just missing driver's meeting or something like that. You know, it's many things here as that 44 of Brad Gebhardt. We'll see if that... Did he just body shift? Sounded like he downshifted there, that 44 machine, as... he is going to roll down. Oh, he was on his last lap anyway, so it didn't even count. Probably just goofing. New boot goofing as Brad Gebhardt is going to reset back to the pits as he is going to finish this qualifying run. Currently sitting 5th place with a 30.12, as it looks like nobody is out on track currently at the moment. So we've kind of got this little bit of a spot here as John, we're going to see a lot of guys going up there and getting that wall here tonight, as it's going to be fun to see those Darlington stripes come in. What are you thinking those drivers are going to have to deal with here, as it's usually hot here in South Carolina, about 97 here in qualifying? How do you think these drivers are going to have to deal with that slipping and sliding around here early, and especially too wide here, as we know they're going to be throwing it in on the restart?
Well, the track's it doesn't have very much bite in it, so early on in the run you can go pretty quick and keep it off the wall. But man, if you touch that wall, it will slow the truck down. Any damage you do to it, it will affect the handling. So, hopefully these guys will be patient, try to keep their trucks clean, and towards the end, that's when you can start putting some stripes on it, go for the win.
So you hear it there, and I agree with that too. That is something that a lot of these drivers need to take into consideration tonight. Patience, patience, patience. That outside wall sneaks up on you really quick here at Darlington, and especially when you've got a truck on your outside and or inside. It's very easy not only to make contact with that wall, make contact with that driver in front of you, and that is not fun here. Try to avoid a wreck at Darlington. So
yeah, it's a very it's a very unique racetrack, and side-by-side racing is not a real good idea here. So these guys are gonna have to be real patient getting into turn 1. If they're side-by-side, they're gonna have to do a lot of give and take. 3 and 4 is kind of a traditional corner, so you can run side-by-side, but you better sort it out before you get into turn 1.
Yeah, it definitely is. That turn 1 entrance, a lot of these drivers entering under that white line, as you see the 42 of Ed Osborne. Looks like he's just sandbagging. They're going to get that back of the pack start, see if he can make up some track position and just kind of stay out of the mess that might happen. But like you were saying, John, coming out of turn 3 and 4, yeah, for sure getting into turn 1, as we were saying, a lot of these drivers entering, under that white line, setting themselves up for that run to the wall and getting down the back straightaway. Definitely can be tricky trying to pass here at Darlington, as we see the 10 of Jeremiah Hobbs on his second lap getting up into the wall, but he is currently sitting on pole with a 30.001, so he's got the fastest lap in the session after that first lap. Got into the wall a little bit. Seems like he's probably not going to take that second lap, as we'll see.
Yeah, he was probably trying to push it real hard on that second lap. It seems like that second lap you got a little bit more grip, and you can put a monster lap down on that second lap if you can hold on to it.
Yeah. So going to see these drivers pushing then on that second lap. Perhaps, as some of these shorter tracks, it is harder, or shorter, some of the short tracks, it is hard to get that second lap run, those tires eating up on that first run. But it seems like Darlington here, like you're saying, you pick up speed as you run just a little bit. There's that, that area of the tires, it seems, when you're running here at Darlington for just a couple laps, you feel like you're invincible. The truck just wants to do what it wants to do, and then out of nowhere, that big old hand comes out of nowhere, slaps that truck, and says, "Nope, you got to stop, buddy." And it'll just it'll do everything you don't want it to and more. It feels like.
Yeah, it'll be real interesting to see if there's some pitch strategy played because the tire falls about 2 seconds on a run. So someone puts tires on, they're going to be coming through the field like a madman. They will feel like Superman, but that's a lot to give up. So tire management is going to be key, and when to pit will probably help determine who wins this race.
Indeed, it's Nate Mowrer. You just rode on board with him as he's going to his second lap, 30.004. That's going to put him on the pole. And yeah, I am interested to see about that green flag run if we get him, as it looks like that 971 might have just got a little bit of net code into the wall, so that might kill his second run. But either way, it's going to be fun to see that pit strategy run here and how these guys manage to use those Goodyears out there, how they manage to come down for fuel. 98 laps at Darlington. I mean, that's a decent chunk of laps, but still. They'll go by faster than what some of these guys want them to, especially with the cutoff here tonight. Those laps are going to be feeling like those guys that need to get in, ticking down like just faster than anything. And those guys that, really, really just are hanging out, trying to, save their time, to know they might be locked in. It's going to feel like this race is going on forever. But, yeah, it's just going to be fun to see. We've got a lot on the line here tonight. So I feel like, a lot of these guys are going to take that extra gamble, take that extra step coming into the race, This is where you kind of throw it all out on the line if you're one of those guys on the cutoff,
Yeah, there's tensions will be high because everybody's wanting to make it to the round of 12, and people have been racing each other all season, so there might be a little bit of give and take, and some that aren't willing to give anymore. So hopefully the guys that aren't in the playoffs give a little respect to the guys that are, and those guys go fight it out. It's really tough when you're not in a playoff race and you have a fast truck to concede a position, but they got to give a little bit of respect to the guys that are racing for a championship or still in the hunt for a championship, and hopefully we see some good clean racing. It's a long race, so the fast guys are going to end up shining. They'll end up getting to the front. Most of the guys that are good on short tracks and road courses, I expect them to be really good here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Ronnie Shirk did indeed 29.898, almost 3 tenths faster almost than what we've seen here tonight. Is looks like Nate Mowrer, we thought he did to the second run with that damage. Looks like he didn't. He did set the second fastest lap with a 29.93, so we've got 2 runners in the 29s. That's pretty fast around here in some trucks, let me tell you. As we ride on board with Jason Collins, second place in points. We'll just roll on board with him as he goes through his first lap. See what time he's able to set here, as he has been pretty fast around almost every track all season.
Looks like Jason got a pretty good exit off of 2, so if he can put 3 and 4 together, he might have a shot at it.
As he wheels it up the racetrack here in 3 and 4. Got to use that seam up there in the top of the racetrack, really hooks it to that wall, and you can get that speed, momentum carried down the front straightaway. And you're going to see Jason hit the line, 30.045. That's going to put him up there in that 5th position. So it's not bad company to be around. We'll see if he betters himself here on lap 2, like most of our drivers have been tonight, as he wheels it off the wall, come down to that section of the apron, that it can kind of get that race truck turned, arced up for that corner, or it can send you around. Either way, he is going to throw it off here to turn 3, and we'll see how he gets this exit out of turn number 3, and if he's able to better himself and put himself up here just in a little bit more clean air.
Well, he used up all the racetrack there, so we'll see if this is a better lap.
Oh, yes, sir. Pole position at the moment, 29.849. That was a wicked fast lap, as he was just, like you said, John, willing it. You can see him really arcing that race truck off of turn number 4. That thing was almost on the edge of breaking sideways, as he was just cranking the wheel off of turn number 4. And he's going to pick up pole position as Scott Madden on his second lap, going to set a 30.061. That's going to put him in the top 10. 8th place for that number 22 Toyota Tundra. As if you're looking on your screen right now on that racetrack of that 22, and you see that yellow banner, that yellow tail, that is your playoff contenders as we go into the round of 16. Cutoff here tonight into the round of 12. So, gonna go ahead and run through your points here, as Chris is gonna pull up that prompt on screen. As if you're looking at your points right now, you're seeing Nate Mowrer. He is in the lead with 2 wins. Season points, he's got 1,071. So he's got a lot of guys right there on that tail. But, you know, you've got to really grab a win here tonight with as much, you know, separation with these points. It's either finish better than the guy in front of you and that guy behind you just totally wreck out or DNF, or you've got to pick up a win here or very close to it. It's a tough field all the way back to the cutoff line. So we've got a lot of guys out there that have definitely got to get down on it, as Jason Collins is in that second spot. He's got 3 wins on the season, but he is still sitting in that second spot, as Mowrer has just been a little bit more consistent in the early season. But Collins did win the regular season championship, so those 3 wins has put him in the second spot. And then it's going to be Travis White. He's going to be sitting in that third spot, 2 season wins, 6 points behind Nate Mowrer in that third spot with Ronnie Shirk. You've just been shirked, and it is the Shirk on the lurk, whatever you want to say. That 4th place position in the points goes to him with 1 season win, 9 points behind our leader, Nathan Mowrer. Wiegand in that 5 machine, he's also got to win this season, as he is 17 points behind. And then tied for that 6th position, it's going to be Jeremiah Hobbs, Will Weber, Joey Doucette in 8th. Then it's going to be Ed Osborne, Daniel Worthington, and tied for that 9th position. Scott Madden, that 22, who you were just riding on board with a moment ago, he is going to be in 11th. Christopher Blanchard, that 19 main machine, he's sitting in 12th currently, as the cutoff line is CJ Mason, Jimmy Johnson, Doug Neal, and Trent Cameron. As CJ Mason, one of those drivers that wasn't expecting to see on the cut line, and it looks like he's actually not in the field tonight, so he's definitely probably not going to make that cutoff line for sure. Now he is probably one of those drivers we can go ahead and sign off for the night, unless he just pops out of nowhere in that miracle 1 minute and takes that EOL. But other than that, we'll just have to see on that. But yeah, that is your points right there. As we are getting here closer to the race. It is 1 minute and 4 seconds remaining till we get into this green flag running here. And yeah, gonna be a good one here from Darlington, as I'm not sure what to expect here at the start, guys. It could be anything. As we saw at Dover, it got a little chaotic. Here at Darlington, you know, not sure what to expect. Chris, you know, you've been watching these guys all season. What are you expecting to see here at the start from Darlington? And then what do you really think we're going to see as we go into the first green flag laps here?
Well, I do know that Nate Mowrer is a pretty good driver here at this track. I have driven on this track with him, so I do know that he can't handle this track very well. We do know Jason Collins; he's good at pretty much every track he goes on to. So Ronnie Shirk also looking like he's looking like one of my favorites for this race as well. So a lot of the drivers, that are up here in this top 10 are, could pretty much take it. So looking at a pretty good race tonight, though.
Yeah, we are. Well, here we go. We're about to grid up, and we are going to get the field gridded up about now. As you'll see a couple of race cars spotted in here and there, as you see that iRacing pace car hit the ground, get all 4s running, as nobody has gridded in yet, so this is kind of awkward. There we go. They're popping up now. As yeah, going to go ahead and run through your qualifying grid here for the night. For the Lady in Black 130, is we're just going to wait a couple seconds for the at least first and second car to jump in. As again, the Lady in Black 130 presented by Buttkicker. Here tonight on the Bluegrass Media Facebook and YouTube page. If you're on that Facebook page, hit that follow button, hit that share button. Let some of your race fans know, race fan friends, I said that backwards, know that we've got a good race about to come on here at Darlington. And trust me, you are not going to want to miss this. This is some very, very high level talent driving that is about to be displayed on this track, and it's going to be fun. So you definitely want to miss. If you're on that YouTube, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and keep it tuned in. And thank you for joining us. We are going to go ahead and run through your qualifying grid here for the night. That 3 of Jason Collins, as we're on Scenic. There we go. As that 3 of Jason Collins looks like he might have blipped out for a second. Changed something on the setup. He's going to sit on pole with that 51 of Ronnie Shirk. Sitting on that outside pole in that second place position. It's going to be Nate Mowrer in that 971 sitting in 3rd with Scott Madden in that 22 sitting in P4. Jeremiah Hobbs, P5 with Wes Wiegand in that P6 position. And then it's going to be Will Weber in P7. Chris LeBourgeois in P8. Travis White in that P9 position with Brad Gebhardt in P10.
All right, and then you got Daniel Worthington in P11 with Jimmy Johnson in P12. You got Ed Osborne in P13 with Christopher Blanchard in P14. Sorry, got going through a couple of things here. You got Joey Doucette in 15th with Travis Twitty in 16th. Robert Richards in 17th with Trent Cameron in 18th. Doug Neal, he is going to be sitting in that 19th position with Brian Terry in 20th. Logan Russell in 21st with Billy Bowerman in 22nd. And Josh Lockwood's going to round out that field.
All right. Well, here we go. The pace lights are off as we are getting ready to go green here at the Lady in Black 130. It's going to be Jason Collins and Ronnie Shirk bringing the field into that initial start zone. They will take the green flag. As the green flag is out, here they go. They're rolling that 971. Oh, he's going to get big loose. Nate Mowrer, that is something that you do not see. He is around. That's a single car spin. It looks like we don't got anybody else affected by it. It looks like that 971 is going to gather it back up.
That's a product of when you come up through the gears here, you really got to be careful. I practiced a couple times where you had to run third gear was actually better on old tires to get a start. So he's got he's dug himself a hole, but he's awful fast here. I think he'll make it out.
Oh, yes, sir, indeed. Mowrer, indeed a fast race car driver, but it's going to be fun now to see. He's got himself in that hole. He is going to have to fight all the way from the back. He is your points leader, so definitely something that he shouldn't be sweating too much, but hey, that's still annoying when that does happen. But either way, it's going to be that 22 of Scott Madden sitting in that third position now after we had that 51 take that big old left turn. He took the left too early, so yeah, it seems like we do have a little bit of trouble on the restart there, or excuse me, the initial start of that 971. We'll go back here in just a second and check it out. Looks like we do got this replay ready. So you see him rolling up here. We'll see how hard he gets on it. As you just see it snap right. He did snap it back left. You can tell he was just trying to keep that thing off that outside lane. So that was good awareness from him to snap it back left. But yeah, it looks like he just might have got on the gas a little bit too early.
Yeah, he did a really good job of not taking out the whole field there. I mean, he took an unfortunate situation for himself and didn't involve anybody else. So that was a great piece of driving. But he's got the speed. I think we'll see him back up there before this is over.
Look at him. He's already made up 2 positions back. He's rolling in that 21st, about to crack himself back into that top 20 position. As he's right behind that number 48. That's Robert Richards.
Yeah, he needs to hang on to this stage break to get some tires because that will affect his tires. But he's got a lot of pace. But Jason Collins and Ronnie Shirk, they're going to be tough to catch on this first run. But he can do it piece by piece.
Yeah, he's going to have to pick him off one by one for sure, as Jason Collins now is rolling. He's got about a 4/10 gap on that number 51 of Ronnie Shirk, as Jason is pulling it out of turn number 2 and down this back straightaway. Excuse me. That is turn number 2, yeah. For some reason, thought we were on the reverse. Man, I've been playing too much in our 2003 men. As that 51 of Ronnie Shirk is starting to creep up just a little bit. He looks like he got a little bit of a big entry into that turn number 3/4 sod. As down the front straightaway, he's put himself back down to 3/10, so he's making up just a little bit of a 10th at a time, just grabbing his way up there at Jason. But it looks like Jason's definitely got a better 1 and 2 than that 51 is. Well behind him, 3 wide here for that 88, that 10, and that 24. That's Wes Wiegand. That 24 of Will Weber, and that 10 of Jeremiah Hobbs. And it sounds like that 10 of Jeremiah Hobbs already apologized to him.
Yeah, it gets a little bit sketchy going in side by side, 3 wides. They're lucky they made it out of there, but good job by all those guys.
Yeah, and it looks like none damage, John. So that's that definitely looks like they did something right. But when there's they did everything wrong, but still somehow found to do the right thing. So it's good on them to get out of that position. That could have been definitely way worse. We could have still seen some killed race trucks, and not only killed race trucks, some good race trucks out there early.
Yeah, I tell you, I'm a huge fan of this truck series. These guys are really, really good. So not surprised that they were able to pull that off. A little early to be going 3 wide, but they all seem to manage to get through it. And it looks like everybody's kind of settled down, and looks like they're going to try to just turn some laps here. Be interesting to see how hard Jason's running and if Ronnie's saving a little something to make a push at him before the stage.
Yeah, it looks like Jason's gotten himself out to about a second almost in front of. Whoa, I hear wrecking on the front from Mowrer. I think it might have been, I heard, not sure who. Yeah, we'll just figure out here in a second.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was definitely Blanchard. Go to Blanchard's camera. Was that Ed Osborne? No, that's 87 of Billy Bowerman, excuse me. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened, man. He just took a ride, though. Looks like either maybe a little bit of net code, or from that angle, we didn't see some contact that might have happened. Not sure.
Man,
Just took a rod.
I hate to see that for Billy. Billy hasn't been feeling well, and he's been recovering. So for him to get involved in an early wreck here, I really hate to see that.
Yeah, it does unfortunately stink for Billy, man. He's had tough luck all season. It seems like he's had a couple good runs, especially at Wilkesboro, man. He was on fires. It looks like the whole back half of our field now is pitting, John. It looks like 1st through 8 stayed out, but we got a couple smart ones in there, it seems like, on that brain strategy. As Jeremiah Hobbs came down, Travis White came down, you know. Mowrer is down. He's sitting in that 14th spot. He should make up a couple positions with his pit stall position in that 3rd spot. But look at that.
I would imagine, I'm not sure how tight they are on tires, but some of this might just be gas and go to get them to be able to run longer towards that stage break. I didn't hear in the driver's meeting what the stage break was, and not sure how many tire sets they have tonight, but there's definitely a lot of different strategy going on now.
Guys, I want to point out there was only a 7-second pit time for a lot of these drivers that just came down. So, you know, you saw Jeremiah Hobbs, Will Weber, Travis White, Chris LeBourgeois, Doug Neal, Joey Doucette, Nate Mowrer, Logan Russell, Robert Richards. They all were under 6-7 seconds worth of pit time. So, like you were saying there, John, a little bit of fuel strategy, a little bit of just trying to get the trucks to make it a little longer. Maybe these guys come down hoping for another caution.
Yeah, it might be where they're in between on whether, you know, if they can make it on one stop to the stage, or if it was right on the borderline. It's always good to get fuel. I've lost races because of not having enough fuel, and it really sucks.
Yeah, it's
definitely a hopeless feeling.
I was gonna say, yeah, I've also ran into that problem. Whenever I don't have Josh actually doing my crew chief, and whenever I'm racing, it becomes a really big issue. Man, look at all those yellow tails back there. A lot of yellow tails back in that field.
This restart's gonna be really interesting because now we're on old tires. We saw with fresh tires how Mowrer wasn't able to get the starts. This ought to be an interesting restart. Hopefully everybody keeps it straight.
Yeah, and with that 51 on the inside, that's kind of like that preferred entrance spot, but that 3's got the, I don't know, man. It's just so hard to say the preferred entrance, but it looks like that 3 is going to get off to a wiggle start. It looks like we got some wiggling in the back of the field, but it seems like everybody is going to keep it straight at the moment. And that 3 of Jason Collins got a good little start there. He's now got about a 4/10 gap back to that 51 of Ronnie Shirk. And I just heard Will Weber, I think he just hit the 46, or 36, excuse me, of Trent Cameron. Is the caution out? Oh, it waved a flag. Maybe it was the green flag, like re-waving. I thought I saw a caution come out. That's my bad. As the 24 is still rolling here, we are still great. Excuse me on that. Thought we were going under caution, as I heard some apologizing on the driver chat. And that was the kind of apologizing, you know, that's a big wreck almost. So definitely thought we were going to be under caution there for a second. We'll see what happened here.
Oh, he just got tight getting in. That's a real tough spot. The nose really wants to take off on you there, and just got a little tight getting in. They did a good job of not just pile driving them off into the corner. So another good job, another good example of how good these guys really are.
Yeah, and the respect these guys really do have for each other, you know. They might have some harsh words for each other in driver chat when they wreck each other, or, you know, other than that, though, they've got like a big respect thing for you. You know, it's just that we were talking about it one night in here. It seems like no matter where you go, whether it be virtual or real, that racing family is just there. I mean, no matter who you are, what discipline you come from, these guys just accept all, and that's what we love to see. I mean, they on the track they might be rivals, but off the track, these guys are very humble, very good guys, and they have a lot of respect for each other. Don't want to kill each other's races, especially at a moment like this where it really does matter. So you're seeing some little bit of give and take, it seems like already, but it seems like we got some drivers already trying to hit that intimidate button and get past some of these drivers. But as we look at that 113 of Daniel Worthington side by side with that 53 of Jimmy Johnson, as they shoot it off into turn number 3, as that 113, oh, the 53 going to get into the wall right there, as he looks like he's got a big stripe down the right side of that race truck. A little bit of front right fender damage with that bumper kind of crinkled up, as it looks like that rear as well.
Yeah, he's definitely going to feel the effects of that. That's a tough spot to be in. You really got to concede that position going into turn 1, or you run yourself the risk of running up and touching that wall and really making your car handle or your truck handle a little bit different. So I'm sure he's going to have to battle back from that, readjust his driving line to accommodate what's going on with the truck now.
Ooh, we're starting to see those older tires here at lap 17. Used tires, if say not necessarily too old, but 17 laps in Burlington here. I think it feels very old.
Yeah, about lap 15, you can really feel the wear on the tires. The lap times really slowed down, and you're really slipping and sliding. You're really racing the racetrack. You know, you hear it all the time. Sounds cliche, but this place is really about racing the racetrack. You don't really want to get in too many heated battles early on because you just want to keep the truck looking like Jason's truck right now, nice and clean.
Yeah, too much damage slows you down here. Doesn't let that race truck turn as properly. We'll, like you said, adjust those driving lines, really find new ways to get around this racetrack effectively, and not only for the truck, effectively in that race time and race pace department is just a little bit of damage can really kill that race pace. Can end up to you getting lapped fairly quickly if you're, if you're not careful enough and don't know how to really adjust to that that damage. So, you know, like you were saying earlier, we're going to see a lot of drivers being patient here. We've seen that patience, and right now it looks like it is paying off as about 19 laps into this run, about to come up to 20 as we go back here, though, that 36 of Trent Cameron. After earlier contact with that 24, Will Weber looks like he's got that 77 of Doug Neal painted all over that back bumper. We'll see the 77 go to the inside here down the back straightaway. See if it sticks in turn number 3. Trent Cameron, though, I was going to say, might have learned his lesson with that paddling out too wide, but it looks like he is going to stick it on that outside. And he should get that run here down the front straightaway. As the 77 annoyingly still there, he might stick it to that quarter panel, get that little bit of that drive, try to slow that 36 down. He is. He's going to throw it in. And oh, that's going to tighten up. Oh, that 36 in a big moment again. That 77 to Doug Neal, he's going to have to jump out the gas real hard, or that was going to be a big pileup. And there goes that 36 of Trent Cameron on by, as he is going to avoid another accident, but he is going to maintain that position as that 113 of Daniel Worthington sitting in 7th. That 53 of Jimmy Johnson still trying to battle back from that damage. He's currently sitting in 8th. As right now, though, it looks like Jason Collins sitting to about a 1 8/10 gap, or excuse me, 1 5/10 gap, as he has still got Ronnie Shirk behind him, Wes Wiegand in 3rd, Scott Madden in 4th, and Brad Gebhardt running out your top 5. So here on lap 21, looks like we've got them settled in, and we're going to be racing here for just a minute before we get those green flag pit stops rolling. As not sure what they make around fuel. I know you were driving it, Kinder. So when should we be expecting pit stops and, you know, these drivers coming down for green flag stops maybe?
Well, I didn't turn any laps in the truck. In the cup car, though, it seemed like about lap 30 you needed to come in and get fuel. So I imagine the fuel mileage is similar on the truck. So they're all slipping and sliding, holding on right now. Hoping to either see a caution before the stage break or get in there and be safe on and off pit road. This is a really tricky pit road. It comes up on you really quick and really easy to lose control of your truck trying to get to the pit. So it'll be interesting if we see green flag stops, who can execute and who can take advantage of doing a really quick stop.
Yeah, we've seen pit stops have been pretty much a big decision maker here in the late running. You know, these guys getting a good pit stop, and you know, them making that decision, it really does put them in a better spot. You know, sometimes coming out. Man, I just lost my train of thought completely. Don't even know what I was trying to say.
Oh yeah, I mean, you can gain quite a bit.
If you can get
on and off pit road, there's a few guys that do it really, really well, and it's a huge advantage if you can pick up 2-3 seconds on and off pit road, have a clean stop, no penalties. You can gain a spot on the track, and if you gain a spot here at Darlington, that's huge. Track position's huge. It's really tough to pass, so it'll really be interesting to see who can execute and who struggles a little bit, because that might come into play at the end of the race.
Yeah,
Look at that battle. These guys are digging.
Yeah, I was going to say, it looks like that 88 of Wes Wiegand, he was wanting to take that inside lane, but that 44 Brad Gebhardt just did not want to give up that position. But as you see now, he's dropped back just a little bit. But Wes Wiegand already secured that points position. He is currently sitting in that third position right now, so he's trying to battle it out with that 22. Scott Madden definitely needs one of those wins to get up here and move up into that position, because I want to say he is in 11th position right now. I don't have the points pulled up right in front of me at this very moment.
Those guys battling out, it drug that pack that was running behind him to him, and if you looked at 77, he looks like he's pretty stout tonight.
Oh yeah, that 77 of Doug Neal has been painted all over the back bumper of everybody. Oh, pace car. Or, excuse me, not pace car. Caution.
Well, I bet a lot of people were glad to see that caution.
Oh, and it looks like Jason had a little bit of damage on that right side of that race truck. Oh yeah, for sure.
That's playoff implications right there.
Yeah, Travis White sitting in third. Trent Cameron, he is the last driver on the cutoff line, man, sitting in that 6th spot. As we're going to go back to this replay right here and roll on board, see what happened with these drivers.
Oh.
Yeah, it looks like maybe the 23 was going to pass the 36 and then just got a little loose.
One of the things that's happened on this racetrack, even down the straightaway, there's not a lot of grip. So when you make a move like that, it can bite back on you. Definitely, I don't think that was intentional. It was just a product of this track, and you got to give lots of room here, because it's really easy to slide up to somebody like that. I'm sure Trent's not going to be happy with that explanation I just gave, but you know, it's a shame because they're both playoff contenders.
Yeah, as look at right now, you got pretty much the whole field down pit lane. The only ones that have not come down pit lane are Jeremiah Hobbs and Will Weber. Let's see who can make it out. It looks like Wes Wiegand's going to make it out in front of everybody down pit lane. Let's see, Jason Collins is going to come out in that 4th position with Ronnie Shirk in 5th. Daniel Worthington in 6th. Scott Madden coming out in 7th. Brad Gebhardt in 8th.
Oh, sorry. I was going to say 7-second pit times for Jeremiah, Will, and Wes Wiegand, so Jason Collins definitely took 2 tires and fuel, so he's going to be on the advantage here with tires, but we'll see how well Jeremiah, Will, and Wes Wiegand. Oh, they did pit on lap 9, you are correct. Maybe they took 2 tires?
Yeah, 7-second stop. Either they took 2 tires or no tires. But this is going to be really interesting on this restart, because with guys with tires, without tires, it's already sketchy coming up through the gears. We've already seen that at the start of the race. So hopefully everybody gives each other a lot of room, because this could be a pretty hectic restart.
This is going to be a pretty hectic restart in general. It's going to be fun to see. So, hey, either way, we want to say a shout out to the guys that are presenting the Lady in Black 130 here, Buttkicker. You should go hit them up on their website and check out the Buttkicker Gamer 2, which adds instant immersion to any game. Unlike a subwoofer that moves there, Buttkicker products move actual mass, producing a haptic immersion that's powerful and accurate. Experience powerful bass even while using headphones or gaming headset. Also, the Buttkicker 2 Gamer 2, easily attaches to the standard post chairs. So you should check them out at buttkicker.com.
Can you imagine what Billy must have felt with his Buttkicker when he got that wreck early on? probably shook the house.
Just shaking around. See, getting back out on track.
That's good to see he's able to continue on.
Another one of these things I love about these Bluegrass guys is the determination, man. I mean, hey, they might not be, you know, in the points running for the playoffs or whatever, but they'll still get out here, turn those laps when they need to. That's just what you call dedication, man. These are racers at heart. You know, might be virtual, might be the sim, but hey, it's all real. It's the racing's real, the competition's real, the feelings, everything. It's all real, man. The adrenaline. Hey, just tell me. If you tell me it's not real, then you can come talk to me after I just got done at a Dagger race, because I'm gonna be hyped up, sweating, adrenaline's gonna be running, my heart's gonna be pounding, and it's all real, man. It is good fun. So.
Well, I'll tell you, the guys that their hearts are pounding right now is that 24-10. They on old tires with a bunch of guys that are hungry, playoff contenders, all breathing down their neck with fresh tires. This will be interesting.
Interesting for sure. This is going to be fun, man. As here we go. Going to see if they get back into the throttle too soon. See if we get any loose race trucks as the pace car is off. Going to be coming back through here as that 10 of Jeremiah Hobbs going to get back on the gas. That 3 of Jason Collins going to follow him on that outside lane. Ooh, looks like that 24 Will Weber got a little bit of a wiggle. He's going to gather it back up, though, as we're going to get rolling here. For caution number 1 brought out by Trent Cameron. And that 23 of Travis White. As you see that 44 of Brad Gebhardt now. Right behind that 113 of Daniel Worthington.
Those 4 trucks right there have been battling it out the whole race. It's been a heck of a race with those guys.
Yeah, as it looks like that 77, Doug Neal, looks like he's trying to get around that 22. He's taking it really low here. Oh, it's going to be a drag race down this front stretch.
They are
what, Doug Neal in that Simbox truck is really pushing it. But now's the time to do it. You got fresh tires. This is when the truck feels the best. Now's the time to go get those.
Whoa, 53 in the wall. So they're going to roll back onto him. Go back to that 77, man. They are rolling up there. Oh, look at that. Pass for the lead.
Yeah, it looks like those tires, I mean, they're such a huge advantage. Jason's probably going to be able to set sail now and just manage his gap and keep his tires as fresh as he possibly can. And then he may put a strategy play, so he's got track position now.
He does got that track position, that clean air. He's going to be out there rolling now with exactly what Jason Collins wants tonight. As that 24, Will Weber, he is going to be sitting in that 3rd place position now as you go back here to this big battle. That's that 113 of Daniel Worthington. This is the battle for that 6th, 7th position on back. You see that 22 of Scott Madden rolling it into, excuse me, as his position just changed to 10th.
Look at Nate Mowrer coming back into the picture.
Yes, he is. That Simbox 971, man. That Chevy Silverado week in, week out, doesn't matter if he's at the back, doesn't matter if he's at the front. He's going to get there no matter where he's going, and he can go to the back, he can go back to the front. That 971 can pass on the catch fence. He is bad fast here tonight, and he is reeling them in.
That's awesome to see that he made the recovery, especially this early on. That'll give him a good chance to go fight for the win.
Yes, it will. He's going to be pulling up onto this battle here in a second, and there he is. Let's see how he deals with this traffic. Goes to the inside there of the 16. That is Joey Doucette. It's going to be too wide for a moment. Those fresh tires are going to roll on by. Joey Doucette going to drive it in big right there on the Earnhardt Towers as they come out of turn number 3. It's going to be too wide as that's 971 going to get past that 16 to Joey Doucette. He is going to be right behind that 22 is Scott Madden, who's got Wes Wiegand on his outside. This is going to be a fun turn 1 right here as they shoot it off into turn number 1. Looks like that 88 going to back out just a little bit. That 16 going to follow that 971 in, and he's going to use basically that 971 as a pit, as the pits will be closing here in 2 laps as we are rolling. This is going to be the stage break here in just a moment. Lap number 40, I want to say. We are coming out of turn.
Look at Doug Neal. He's still digging.
Yeah, Doug Neal, that 77, man. You always see him in these races just giving it everything he's got. And he's sitting in that 4th place spot now, trying to pick off Jeremiah Hobbs, who restarted on the pole position coming to the restart. He started in first. And but it looks like Jason Collins, Ronnie Shirk can assume they're for and the 10 in the wall, big time. Still in the wall.
Yeah, those older tires were starting to catch up to that 10. Jeremiah Hobbs not liking the fact that he's on those older tires.
And Chris, look at this, that 48, Robert Richards, man. a driver that has just been bitten with adversity all season. Knock on wood, don't want to get that curse, but Robert Richards, man, it looks like Darlington might be his spot. He's sitting top 5 currently. We haven't seen him rolling this good since North Wilkesboro, which he had some trouble there. That Robert Richards machine might have been that Clemson truck, man. He changed it up, and he looks like he's starting to roll.
Yeah, I bet Hobbs is just begging for that caution to come out because the strategy play, and he's trying to get some points. Maybe he can hold on to get a point, but it looks like Mowrer's going to go ahead and steal that away from him.
Pit road is closed. So if you do enter pit road, you will get a black flag as the stage is coming to an end here in just a moment. Did you see Jason Collins now out to a 2nd and 7/10 gap on that 51 of Ronnie Shirk as he is lurking back there in your picture. As that 51 machine is going to hit the stripe for lap number 39 as he's trying to chase down Jason Collins, but he's definitely not going to be able to make it up before the stage break unless tragedy strikes. But it looks like we are going to be coming to one to go this time as a stage break.
Well, it definitely looks like Collins and Shirk have set themselves out from the field, but there's a couple of trucks that I'll be watching for. That's 77 and Mowrer. I'll tell you what, those two, I think they're going to be a factor before the end of this.
Yes, they are indeed, man. Doug Neal's got himself up in a 3rd place. Look at that. He is definitely trying to sit on that that 3rd place position going into the caution here in just a moment. He's moved himself up 16 spots, started in 19th from being able not to qualify, and he's rolled himself all the way up into 3rd, Doug Neal. Fast as it looks like Jason Collins is going to be your stage winner. That caution flag is going to pop out. We'll have a word with your stage winner after the caution break period is, or excuse me, the pit stop cycle has ended. And then we will we'll have a word with that 3. It's starting to get used to talking to that 3 of Jason Collins, Chris. It seems like week in and week out, we've got him up here in the booth for the Truck Series stage wins and victory lane.
Yeah, he's one of those drivers that when we came into the series, not just being the series owner, he was one of those drivers that we knew that when we watched him that he was going to be really good, and he hasn't let us down so far. So Jason Collins, looking good. He still has a chance at all this. I think he's sitting in 2nd place right now, so in the points. So Jason Collins looking good with another stage win here at Darlington.
Yeah, Jason, when he started this Bluegrass thing, he was a sim racer first and then started this league up, and he's given us a great place to race. And Jason takes this stuff serious. He practices a lot, and it's good to see him get the finishes he deserves with all the practice that he does.
I was going to say, he's definitely not the coach's son playing starting quarterback. He's got talent, man. This guy is not your typical league owner. Usually you hop in the leagues and the league owner is out there thinking he's Dale Earnhardt. Well, he's running that number 3, and he's running it for a reason, not because of Dale Earnhardt, but because he's Jason Dan Collins. And he puts down on this. He puts down on the track, man. He is a good driver. Love the ego, man. Not even necessarily like he's got an ego, but you know what I mean. Love his attitude. Love everything about the guy. He is just a awesome driver. And awesome guy. Number 2 is just just a pleasure to work with him so far this season. And not only that, get to watch him race, dude. He is just killing out there. So it looks like Brad Gebhardt might get off pit road here first. 6-second stop, and he might have just taken fuel. He did pit for. Did he maybe? Let's see. Maybe he undercut the stage and we didn't notice. Or under that last pit stop, he took tires. Not sure. That 44 did stay out in the lead. Oh, it looks like that 83 of Chris Bourgeois is actually being scored in the lead right now. Yeah, he did. He hasn't pitted since lap 27. Well, the caution is out. Jason Collins is out of pit road. We'll try to see if we can pull him up in the middle of him talking strategy again to make him have to talk really fast, because that's fun. But, all right, we're going to be bringing Jason Collins up, having a word with your stage winner. Jason Collins. This is Chris, Josh, and Kinder in the booth. You got a copy, buddy?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. You look like you have got the truck here tonight. You can get it done. That number 3 machine is looking bad fast, and we got a lot of eyes up here in the booth watching tonight, and we're having a good time seeing you. How are you feeling? And number 2,
I'm nervous right now, man. The 83 laid out on old tires, 44s on old tires, so I'm definitely nervous on this restart. I don't know what's going to happen. So just playing it as it goes, but it's getting ready to go back green. So time to get set in and focus. So I'm, gotta pay attention.
All right, well, Jason, we always pull you up here late. Good luck, buddy, and we'll be talking to you in a moment, hopefully.
All right, man. Be careful on this restart, guys. We are.
You hear it, man. Not only is he a league owner, he's a racer. He's letting the guys know, hey, be careful. Y'all got old tires up there. I'm not trying to die with y'all. So we'll see that 83, that 44 are going to come off. They haven't pitted since lap 27. Well, the 44 pitted on lap 42 under the stage, but he is on old tires. They look like they're going to get off to a decent start. The Bourgeois, Brad Gebhardt, they're going to get off to a good start. But, that 51 Ronnie Shirk, he's going to tag that outside wall. And this is going to be a battle of who can get past the lap. And so we are getting bottled up here with Jason Collins. He is getting really bottled up on that bottom lane. He's going to have to dig back here.
Yeah, that's a real frustrating. That's a real frustrating spot to be in. But Jason's got a fast truck. He just needs to settle in. He lost that position to Ronnie. I know that's going to rattle him a little bit, but there's still plenty of time. He just needs to settle in and run his race. He's got plenty of time to go after Ronnie.
Yeah, but let's see. Ronnie seems to be turning up. Not Ronnie. Jason. Man, I just said 3 different names and I didn't even say the right one the first time. Jason seems to be turning up that intensity already on Ronnie, man. He was sticking it to that quarter panel. Look at that, though. There's that pick that you've been talking about, Neal, man. It's rolling through as he is right behind. And now this is going to be the closest he's been to Jason Collins all race. As he is going to go to the inside here, that 3 machine as we go back. That's that 971 and Nate Mowrer, another one of those drivers you've been talking about. But still, man, look at Robert Richards. 6th place right now, going to move himself up into 5th right there with that pass. Nate Mowrer as well. Oh, big stack up. Le Bourgeois in the wall. That is a guy on old tires as the rest of the field is going to roll by. And that is good on him. He kept it up in the wall. Most drivers would just yank that thing left. He is going to keep it up in the wall like we were talking about earlier. A lot of experience, a lot of racing etiquette, a lot of respect here in this league as well. Look at that. That 77, it looked like they both pump faked.
Yeah, I was going to say that 77 getting a little loose coming out of that turn. You will see that these bankings are very weird. The banking coming out of the turns, it's almost like a big hump. Whoa, did you see that 3 getting a little loose there? That's going to allow that 77. It's going to allow that 77 to go on that outside line, but Jason Collins does not want to see that right now. That 77 is going to try to just move it on the inside there. Whoa, big crossover there. That 77 is going to be a drag race, but that 51 getting a little loose as well.
51 going to block the inside lane here as they go too wide into turn number 1. That 44 Brad Gebhardt, big checkup as he's on those old tires. That is going to be a rolling chicane now for the 3 as he thinks about sticking it 3 wide there for a second. He's got the 48 of Robert Richards as the 3 is going to hit the wall. He's still rolling.
Big checkup back there, but it looks like the 3 is going to be able to make it out of there alive. That 971 and Nate Mowrer is going to get around. 48 also going to be able to get around that 3, but it looks like he's going to get out of it. Whoa, but the Brad Gebhardt getting into the wall back there, getting into the 3 there, putting him into the wall. It looks like it messed up that truck a little bit, but Jason Collins not going to let that hold him back.
And he is rolling in 5th, man. That was just something we usually don't see here, man. Jason Collins trying to stick it 3 wide. You got other guys trying to stick it 3 wide. That was insane right there, man. That could have been way more disastrous than what it was already.
I'll tell you what, we've gotten past the halfway point, so they have definitely turned the dial up. Looks like the 77's going after the 51 now.
Yeah, that is for the race lead now since Jason Collins has been punted out the back door, sitting in that 5th spot currently. Not far back. He can still make it up. Right now, this is going to be the race for your lead. As that 77 to Doug Neal, as he's been doing all night, it looks like Hinder just painting himself all over that back bumper, man. You were talking about it earlier. Now it's showing that 77 going to go to that outside lane. As if they were on a little bit older tires, maybe it would have stick, but that 51 on those fresher tires, he's able to stick it down there in that bottom lane and grab a little bit of pace as they grip up here in the later in the run. It's not going to work out for him on that inside lane as well with that outside lane rolling around him, but he's able to make it stick right now, but in a couple laps we'll have to see as lap 52 is rolling, and it looked like that 77 was about to go back at that 51, and he is. He did stick it to the inside out of turn number 2. As they're going to be 2 wide here, and that is your pass for lead as he is all the way to the apron.
Whoa. That was a big drive in there from that 77.
Well, he pulled off a heck of a slide job there. The 77 has figured out that when you get to the rear tailgate, it'll loosen the truck up in front of you. And Ronnie had his hands full there, and he had a nice, good run and pulled off executed a heck of a slide job there.
As it seems, since the 3 of Jason Collins has went back, he's having all sorts of trouble. He just took a little bit of contact from the 24 Will Weber, maybe one of those drivers there. I'm not sure who indeed bumped him just a little bit, but he got hot over the radio. Got served a warning from race control, so you even see, hey, that shows you the league owner, man. Even he can get it. The race control on top of it.
Jason's got a little bit of damage there, and he's a good enough driver. He'll settle back down and figure out what he needs to do in his truck. Change his line a little bit to make find the speed. He can find the speed back in that. Before the night's over, everybody's gonna have a little bit of damage. He should be all right.
For sure, he never got. And you know, John, what's funny is it seems like once you have one bad thing happen to you, it's like for the next 5 laps, everything is just coming around to just add to it. You know, any little thing ticks you off. That driver cutting the nose off, or you missing the entry of your corner, and then you almost getting into the wall again after just making big contact, or, you know, then the guy coming around you on the inside, even though he's just passing you clean, you're still mad, cussing him out. You know, that frustration settles. Look at that, the 3's in the outside wall. And see, there it goes. That frustration level just going to keep ticking up more and more. Like you said, John, he's definitely got a good head on him. We'll see if he's able to gather it back up.
Yeah, he's in a little bit of a hole right here where he can just ride, and hopefully he can just regain his composure, get his rhythm back, and start moving back towards the front.
It looks like the 44 Brad Gebhardt going to roll his way down pit lane here at lap number 55. As we go back up here on board with your race for second place is at 77 to Doug Neal. Has gotten himself past, and he has put the pedal down. He is rolling as he is out to a 2nd and 2/10 gap on that 51 of Ronnie Shirk. Is Robert Richards now, man. He's got himself up into the top 3, 14 spots up for that 48, of Robert Richards. It's good to see him up in 3rd, man.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen the complete pace of Richards yet. I think he's still trying to get to the end of the race here, and he's been pretty smart. He's running good, smooth, fast, consistent laps, so he might have a little bit in reserve.
Yeah, and if you notice the way he's running forward, man, he's really getting to that outside wall, running it the way you're supposed to. You know, a lot of these guys think, oh, I don't want to run that close to the wall, but hey, that's how you got to be fast around here at Darlington. There was a reason back in the 60s and the 70s, man, they used to smack a guardrail on the top of turn 1 to get the thing to turn in. I mean, it's just tough to get around here.
Yeah, that Simbox 77 is set in a blistering pace right now.
Yeah, he is on a mission. So go here on board to our on-track battle. That's the 88 of Wes Wiegand. So he's got that 3 of Jason Collins rolling up to his back bumper. So we'll see now if he's able to make the pass. This is for that 6th position. Jason's still rolling, but you see that arrow and maybe getting those tires heated up a little bit from spinning the rear around on that contact. You know, it just kills the tires. Whoa! 88 just had to jump out of the gas. You definitely can hear there's a pace difference with that 3 right now currently. With the damage he's dealing with, he is having to do something different. That is just that race truck is not cooperating with what he's wanting to do.
It looks like he's getting really tied up off of 2, and when it won't turn, you know, all you can do is get out of the gas. So looks like people are able to get big runs on him. And Jason's just gonna have to survive right now and if he gets a caution, maybe be able to fix some of the damage and see if he can't get the truck a little bit better.
You ride on board here. You see that 88 in the mirror right there in that top. Coming to the inside, you'll hear him jump out of the gas here. And whoa, slide job. He's going to go right back. Good view as he's going to try to go for the crossover here. We'll see if he's able to make it stick. Had to jump out of the gas. That's going to be a slide job. That's how you get it done right there. And that 88 just put the move on that 3 of Jason Collins, who unfortunately after that early contact, he's fallen back now. Currently sitting in 7th, and he's got a train of race cars. Actually, a train, I say that. Only got the 22 of Scott Madden, the 10 of Jeremiah Hobbs. As it seems like that 83 of Crystal Bourgeois, he is now going to come down pit lane as he is sitting in that 20th position now. Back up on board here with that Simbox machine, 77 to Doug Neal. He is rolling, and he is rolling hard.
It looks like Nate Mowrer is going to make a move on that 48 for that 3rd position.
Oh.
That 48's going to battle back. Yeah, Nate's not liking that line that he was on, so that 48's going to be able to charge out. Looks like he's running a really good conserve line, like I heard John saying earlier. Probably running a really good conserve line, just not wanting to get around the track too fast. You know, just taking his time. Whoa, as you see that 24, Will Weber getting up into the wall there. But yeah, probably just wanting to be in a conserve line, not wanting to drive his car too much. So yeah, that 48 looks like he's setting a really good pace. You know, we don't really see a lot of him up here in this top podium position. So it's good to see that 48 doing a really good job setting a good pace.
When I look about it,
sorry. Richards and Mowrer, they've been having a heck of a battle, and Mowrer did a great job there of understanding that, hey, I didn't get the pass done. I need to go ahead and just concede the position instead of putting myself in a bad spot. So a lot of give and take still. It's coming down to crunch time, so I think there's going to be more take than give here at the end. But for right now, they're doing a heck of a job. It's a great battle to watch.
Yeah, Kinder, we were talking about that 48 earlier being clean, not a lot of scratches on that race truck. Look at the right side now. You can definitely tell he's leaning on that wall now to get that thing turned in, get it slowed down just a little bit, anything. He's definitely getting those Darlington stripes. He's going to go all the way to the apron. He's going to put it all the way to the top of the track now. So it looks like Richards, man, he's got a handle on Darlington. This is definitely one of his tracks. F48's looking good around here. And what I was going to say I love to see is, look at that spoiler, man. It's not yellow. There's no playoff banner. He's not in the battling to try to be in the round of 12 or even be in the cutoff bubble. I mean, this 48's out here racing purely for passion, and that's what you love to see, man. He knows this is one of his tracks, and that 48 is going to go out there, and he doesn't care if you're in the playoffs. He's doing his best Ron Newman impression. He is being hard to get past, and that's what you like to see racing, and that's what we love about it. It's just that pure racing.
Yes, it looks like Doug Neal's got a 2.5-second lead over that second place of Ronnie Shirk. Doesn't look like Ronnie has much to offer right now. Maybe just doing, like we were saying, a cruise line, just cruising around the track, not trying to use up that equipment too much. But we do know Darlington's one of those tracks that you have to be very careful. There's a very specific line that you have to hit. If you don't hit that specific line, you can mess yourself up. So it's one of those things where you just got to be really careful. So maybe that 51 just doing what he can, doing what he does best and conserve his equipment till the end of the race.
You look at that 51, Ronnie Shirk has kept that thing completely clean, and that may pay dividends towards the end of this race. I know where the laps are winding down, but his truck's still turning like he expects it to, and the 83, I believe, has tires on, and he's able to still outpace him. So he's doing a great job running in second. We'll see if he has a little bit more to close the race out, or if the 77 is just going to sail off in the sunset.
I mean, expected at least one more caution here tonight, right? I mean, it's not a Darlington race without a late race caution mixing things up. I mean, that's just usually how it goes. Oh, as I say that, look at that. The 48, yeah, he just drove himself into turn one. He's going to have to give that position up to that 971. As he's got about a second back, as it looks like he's still battling with that race car. As now that 24 of Will Weber is going to be pulling up. He's going to be about 5/10 back. So Robert Richards has got very, very little time to get it recovered and get it going before he is going to be losing at least 3-4 positions at max.
Yeah, a lot of yellow banners coming up behind him. You got that 24, Will Weber, that 22 of Scott Madden. You see him making a pass on that 88 of Wes Wiegand. So Wes Wiegand, you know, he's got that lock-in, so he's not really worried about where he's finishing at. But you got that 22 and that 24. They're still hungry. But Robert Richards, it looks like he's getting into the wall again as I go back up here to him. So maybe that 48 just thinking it's about time to bring it down pit lane.
And the 10 is pitting this time by. 10 is pitting this time by. We'll see how many drivers seem to follow that suit here and kind of decide to come down pit road. Lap number 70 here. Expecting to see some green flag pit stops here eventually. These guys should be coming down here in just a moment as I say that. The 24 Will Weber. And it looks like Doug Neal did come down pit road. Our leader just didn't hear him on the radio. So your leader is down pit road. He's going to give it up to Ronnie Shirk, who is still out. Nate Mowrer is still out as well. But it sounds like the radios are starting to light up. We're getting a lot of drivers throwing out those virtual waves and getting ready to pull it down pit road.
Well, if the 51 doesn't come down this lap, he's gonna be in real trouble because that undercut is big here. Doug him coming in is gonna bring everybody down pit road.
Yeah, and here comes the 51 now.
Yeah, I was about to say it looks like that 51 is gonna go ahead and dive it down. You see that that 87 there of, excuse me, Billy Bowerman. Excuse me, my mind just went blank there for a second. He's all beat up, but hey, it's still good to see that 87 coming down. pit lane here. You got Nate Mowrer also deciding to dive it down. So Scott Madden, he's decided to stay out at least one more time. Maybe pulling a me strategy, staying out a little too longer than he should.
Yeah, that's gonna be rough. The lap times that you're running at the end of a fuel run versus the beginning of the fuel run, you give up a lot of time. Here he comes down pit road. Yeah, he needed to.
Yeah, I was gonna say it looks like that 22 is gonna go ahead and dive it down. It looks like Ed Osborne's also gonna be pulling down pit lane. See that 13 of Brian Terry going by up there. See that 113 of Daniel Worthington also getting it slowed down. That 29 of Travis Twitty. Almost didn't notice what truck that was with him running that different skin.
It is weird seeing Twitty in that other truck, but hey, that's a good looking race truck, man.
Look at that. Jason Collins is going to assume at least second position on this time around. So he's still chasing down that 77 of Doug Neal. He's only got a second and a quarter up on him. So Jason's still hanging into this.
Yeah, Jason pitted real early, undercut these guys, and I think he's hoping for a caution to get him back on the same strategy as everybody else. It's a swing for the fences, but I totally understand the play when you're in the situation he was in. He's just trying to maximize everything he can.
And it's a gamble, man. That's how racing is, man. It's just a rolling chess match. I mean, if you're not going to win the race off pure pace, you got to try to give yourself the strategy hole and make that race car water up there. Not let those drivers by. So it's going to be fun to see now if a caution does pop here eventually. You know, I'm expecting at least one more caution with the way these race trucks are handling a little bit in the later run. And the aerodynamic damage that we've got from a lot of these trucks out there. So expecting to see some tightness, these trucks free up a little bit and just do things that these guys aren't expecting here in what's probably going to be the final run of the night. And maybe another caution, man, you know. We'll just have to see.
Yeah, at this stage of the race, everybody's going to be pushing their trucks pretty hard, except the 77 truck. I think he's going to be on cruise control right now. But that's going to be an interesting battle between Ronnie Shirk and Mowrer. Those two seem to be pretty evenly matched, and I'm sure Mowrer wants to try to make a 1-2 finish with that Simbox team. So it's going to be interesting to see how this battle plays out.
Yeah, as I was saying that, and y'all were sitting there talking, it looks like Jason Collins has fallen off a lot from that first position. Almost got a 4-second gap on that 77 truck. So yeah, that damage and those older tires are definitely coming back to bite that 3 in the butt. But it looks like Ronnie Shirk's going to be battling out, like you said, here in a second with that 971 and Nate Mowrer. It looks like that 51's getting a little loose going up to the top of the track, but he's going to get it settled out, bring it back down. That 971 get a good run out of that turn. Let's see if he can get up here to that 51 and see if he has anything to offer him.
And since the green flag pit stops have ended and we're getting into the final segments of this race, we're going to go ahead here at lap number 77 and give you folks at home, the fans, a chance to get the sights and the sounds of this beautiful, beautiful virtual Darlington Speedway. These sights and sounds of these race trucks here in the Bluegrass Cup Series. So, hey, get those volumes turned up, or Truck Series, excuse me. So get those volumes turned up, get the full screen going, and enjoy the sights and sounds here as we go to a Bluegrass loud pedal. enjoyed that loud pedal. For sure know we did, because we got a lot of information about that. Man, Kinder, we were talking, you know, a little bit of a one-lap difference between Doug Neal, Ronnie Shirk on the pit, lap 70 for Doug Neal, Ronnie Shirk at lap 71. We heard Doug Neal full clutch in saving, so maybe we could be seeing some last lap antics here, or maybe last 2 lap antics. We could see some drivers run out of fuel.
Yeah, it might be a fuel strategy deal going on with Doug's clutching, and he came a lap earlier, and Ronnie's not. It might be really tight. I'm not sure what the fuel mileage was on these trucks, but obviously Doug's a little concerned about it. With 12 laps to go, and he's run an outstanding race. It's tough when fuel mileage starts to become an issue.
Well, I'll just let you know, with 12 laps to go, Jason Collins pitted 12 laps before these guys. He just had to come down pit road, so it might be.
It's going to be close.
Very close for Doug Neal. So we're going to be seeing maybe some fireworks, not from that 77's engine though, because it could be off once he gets out of any of these turns here, closer to the end of this race. And if you look at his speeds, they're still dropping, man. He still might be saving just a little bit.
He's got quite a big lead, so he can manage his gap. Ronnie's the one that, you know, when you're chasing, it's hard to save fuel when you're chasing, but maybe Ronnie's got enough to get to the end, and Doug's just on the edge. As Doug just had a moment there.
I was about to say, yeah. Looks like Doug Neal getting into the wall there a little bit. This is something that he really needs, currently sitting in that 15th spot. Doug definitely needs to do a really good job here. But yeah, as you said, we heard him clutching and saving a lot of fuel here. So maybe it's trying to come back and bite him in the butt now. It does look like that 971 of Nate Mowrer has gotten around that 51. As I was sitting there saying, I looked up and saw the ticker. Oh,
but he's in the wall.
Yeah, that 971 getting into the wall a little bit.
Well, things are definitely heating up with 10 to go. It's a matter of it might be a matter of who can make it on fuel. The 77, you know, he's going to really shake these points up if he wins this race. It's going to be a great points day for both Mowrer and the 51 and Ronnie Shirk. So Doug's out there. I think he's throwing his haymaker and saying, all right, boys, I'm going to be part of this round of 12.
He's indeed. He's definitely putting that stamp on the envelope. He's licking it, and he's sending it, man. He has picked up the lap times again, back on the competitive laps of about the last 2. But look at that. When you want to Ronnie Shirk, he's going to lose a little bit of lap time there as he just got into the wall. As that gap went from about 2-3 tenths, now back to 8 tenths. He is got a little bit of damage. That 971 has got some big damage though, but it looks like we're still going to have a battle here for second place in these last couple laps as we are hitting this 8 to go mark. Excuse me. No, 8 to go. Yeah, we are 8 to go. As 7 to go. Oh yeah, it's 98, not 99. My bad. As we are 7 laps to the good.
Yeah, as I was going to say, it looks like Doug Neal, maybe he's just saving for that last couple of laps. Does not want to put that truck into the wall anymore. Doesn't want to, doesn't want to run that last bit of fuel out. So it looks like he's just trying to survive at least 6 more laps. But like you were saying there, John, it's going to shake up the points a lot if that 77 can pull this off. If he can get up here and take this win away and lock himself into that playoff, it's going to be really interesting to see how these guys in these front part of the points that doesn't have a win start shaking it up and trying to battle it out.
Yeah, you got the bottom half of this, the top 16. They're not going to like seeing that 77 up front. You got, I think, Ed Osborne is the last car on the lead lap, and he's one of my boys I like all Ed, and it's awesome to see him get a lead lap finish here at Darlington. He was really worried about this track.
I just might have heard Nate Mowrer say pitting in.
Ooh, that's big.
Wait, unless I heard him say something else?
As it looks like that 77 is actually pulling up to the back bumper of that 42.
He didn't come down pit road. Sorry, Chris.
No, you're good. Maybe you just heard something on the radio that sounded like it.
Well, 4 laps to go. This is going to get interesting to see if it's a fuel deal, if he saved enough fuel, or if these guys got to do a last-second pit stop.
Yeah, you see those RPMs dropping way down, definitely on a save line from that 77. So let's see if he can make it last at least 3 more laps.
I've been in that position that Doug's in right now, and these laps cannot go quick enough.
Definitely, they cannot. They are dragging by, as he is going to be dragging himself by. That is the 13 of Brian Terry, as he's going to roll on by the outside lane, put him another lap down. And that's 77 to Doug Neal. He's got 6 9/10 seconds away from that 971 to Nate Mowrer, so he can just coast right now here in these final laps, and not coast too much, but he can definitely be a little bit easier on that racetrack. We'll see if he can make it on field. 2 to go this time by.
Well, I'll tell you what, that Simbox team, they really turned it up tonight at Darlington. Mowrer to recover from his spin early on, and Doug to come from the back, starting in the back. So congratulations to those two, man. They're having a heck of a race.
All right, and here we go. This is going to be the final lap here. White flag is out. We'll see if that 77 can make it back to the stripe. If he is low on fuel, we're not sure what's going on inside that Chevy Silverado as he is rolling it. Top lane of turn number 2. As he rolls it down the back straightaway here, he's going to have that 42 ahead Osborne as a draft. Let's see if he tries to put him a lap down or if he's going to let that 10 finish, or 42 finish on the lead lap. As it looks like that 77 is pulling up, but he's not going to get there. He is just going to coast it out of turn number 4, 130 miles an hour. He is just rolling. Checkered flag. It is going to be Doug Neal picking up the win here at the Lady in Black 130 at Darlington, and that is going to be a big shakeup in the points as Simbox is going to finish 1-2 with Nate Mowrer hitting the stripe P2. Ronnie Shirk is going to finish in that 3rd spot in P3. So, man, what a heck of a race here tonight. We saw dominant cars earlier. We've seen cars get wrecked. We've seen everything. It has just been one crazy night. Doug Neal, he is going to pull himself from the cutoff line, and he is going to win, and he is going to get into the top 12 with that, and that is awesome to see that 77. As we're going to see that 77 doing a big old celebratory burn out, as that is going to be his first win of the season, and it's going to come at a time it matters.
I'll tell you what, that's a heck of a win. That's a tough place to start behind the 8 ball, and him and his teammate both had he had to start in the back, and then Mowrer put himself in the back, and they both come back for a 1-2 finish. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, those Simbox guys, man, they've definitely got a good handle on those race trucks. They are looking good, dude. That was a heck of a race here at Darlington tonight for the trucks. I was definitely not expecting to see Doug Neal grab that first place spot, and hey, he definitely brought out everything he had through the kitchen sink in tonight. Said, heck, I'll even go ahead and start from the back of the pack, show these guys how to really get it done, because he took these kids to school today, man.
Absolutely. And how about old Ronnie Shirk? He ended up getting some stripes on that truck towards the end, but what a clean race for him. Run top 3 pretty much all night. So hats off to him too.
Indeed, hats off to Ronnie Shirk. That was a good race from all of our finishers. Gonna go ahead and run through your unofficial results for the race, as we will get to your driver interviews here in just a moment, as we're gonna give those drivers just a second to get calmed down, get the cooled off, get the drinks, whatever they do need before we get to those interviews. But go ahead and run through your unofficial results here. It's going to be Doug Neal coming from the back of the pack after not qualifying for this race on an EOL. He is going to pick up that first place, and a much needed first place that should get him into the round of 12. No questions asked. And that's going to be an awesome finish from that 77 of Doug Neal. With that 971, his teammate Nate Mowrer for that Simbox machine, they are going to pick up that second place spot. So a 1-2 finish from them here tonight in the Simbox team, and that is a good finish points day for them in the Manufacturers Championship, as Ronnie Shirk is going to pick up that 3rd place position. Scott Madden in 4th with Will Weber in 5th. Jeremiah Hobbs in 6th with Wes Wiegand in 7th. Robert Richards is going to finish this race out in 8th place after what was a awesome early race. Unfortunate that he had some trouble with the wall. I was really hoping I could talk to Robert. Been so excited to talk to every single one of these drivers, and fortunate he was caught up in a little bit of the stuff late in the race and put himself out. As Robert Richards did finish in 8th, Travis White in 9th, Joe Doucette in 10th with Ed Osborne in 11th, Jason Collins in 12th, Travis Twitty in 13th, Logan Russell in 14th with Chris LeBourgeois in 15th, Brian Terry in 16th with Jimmy Johnson in 17th, Daniel Worthington 18th, Billy Bowerman 19th, Josh Lockwood 20th, Trent Cameron 21st, Brad Gebhart 22nd, and Christopher Blanchard is going to round out your field in that 19th spot. So let's see. Or excuse me, 23rd spot in that 19 truck. Man, I am all sorts of over the place right now. As we are still waiting on our top three, Doug Neal, Nate Mowrer, and Ronnie Shirk for their post-race interviews. As let's see. But yeah, either way, man, that was just an awesome race. Really enjoyed watching it here tonight, man. And John, now we're really excited to see you come here tomorrow in the Cup cars.
Yeah, I put myself in a little bit of hole. I like Darlington. I'm in a must-win situation, kind of like Doug was. So we'll see how it plays out. I really like the track. Cup Series is really tough. So looking forward to the race tomorrow night.
Yeah, we're looking forward to watching that race. If you're not sure what we're talking about, Bluegrass Truck Series. Oh yeah, hey, guess what? There's a Cup Series too. If you're new to this, John Kinder, we've had the pleasure of having up here in the booth tonight. He has been a good runner here in the Cup Series that we do on Wednesday nights. So it's been fun to have him up here in the booth, get your knowledge on things, get your pick your brain with some of these things, and just have you up here. It's been a fun night. We're definitely gonna have to get more of these driver commentator combos. But John, you're always welcome to come back up here, man. That was a fun night we've had here tonight, and heck, you got up here, the racing cranked up. Everybody wanted to show off for you.
I appreciate it. Hopefully, I can put the rims one forward up front tomorrow night because I really need it. My teammates are doing really well, but I'm kind of holding them up a little bit on the team championship because I missed a few races this season. So I got to pull my load this week and hopefully get a win to advance on to the next round. If not, we'll just race hard the rest of the way and help my teammates out. Alex, Justin, and Adam they're all real solid racers along with the rest of the Cup Series, man. It is a really tough series. Anybody that's watching this and wants to see some good racing, it's great racing. And anybody that's on iRacing that's looking for a great league to race in, the Cup Series is a really tough place to race, but it's a lot of fun.
Heck yeah. Well, hey, it looks like we're gonna go ahead and change it up here again tonight. We've got Doug Neal actually in voice chat. Yeah, we'll see if Ronnie Shirk, he's still in his team channel, not in the staging area yet. So Ronnie, if you're watching the stream and you want an interview, buddy, go ahead and hop in that staging area, and I'll still go check with him after. But I'm gonna go ahead and have a word with Doug Neal since he did pick up P1 and got himself into the playoffs here. He did get himself into the playoffs with that, right? 100%. Yeah, I was just making sure. Yeah, okay, I was just making sure. I didn't want to say that and then throw in a false party. But here, we're gonna have a word with your winner after he just locked himself into the playoff. Switch things up here again and have P1 talk first. Doug Neal, this is Chris, Josh, and John in the booth. Do you got a copy, buddy?
I got you, buddy. I don't know how good y'all can hear me. I'm on an old headset, so I don't know.
Hey, you sound loud, man. And hey, voice, you are ready to run. Hey, that was an awesome race, man. Driving that thing from the back of the pack after the EOL penalty at the start. And hey, you just showed these boys how to get it done here at Darlington. That 77 Simbox machine was running on rails. Y'all lined those things up 1 and 2 with you and Nate. How are you feeling after tonight? And man, you were chopping the field up.
I honestly, I'm shocked that I was able to run that well. But thanks to Nate, we put in a ton of laps this week on at Darlington, just lap after lap after lap, and we learned a few things, and it helped me out tremendously. I should practice more every week, I think, but it really paid off tonight. And I got a little worried there at the end on fuel, but so I started saving a little bit, but it worked out. Thank God. I really wanted to be in the round of 12. So,
Hey, Doug, this is John Kinder. You got me?
Hey, I got you, John.
Hey, Doug. Thanks for not making me look stupid there. I saw you coming through the pack and was saying you'd be the one to watch. I know the middle portion of that race, you had some heated battles, but it seemed like you were saving a little bit there at the end. Were you holding back at all?
Yeah, I was clutching it a few laps there, 3 and 4, backing way out of it, and just I got a little worried that I was going to try to stretch it too far, but I got lucky and saved it. I probably had about a couple of laps left, if that.
Well, you definitely had that Simbox truck rolling, man. Hopefully, I can do the same thing. You just inspired me to go out and win like that.
Man, practice makes a huge difference. I usually only, practice maybe 100 laps or so a week. And this week we probably put, probably close to 500, 400, something like that. A ton of laps. So I'm going to have to start doing that every week, like I say. I'll get better, more seat time, right?
Heck
That's right.
man. Well, hey, you picked up the win here tonight. You locked yourself into the round of 12, Doug. We know you.
Man, I'm glad to hear that.
Heck yeah, that sounds sweet saying it,
Yeah, it does. I really wanted to be in the round of 12. I didn't want to go out the first 4, so I'm glad I was able to get it done.
Well, hey, Doug, congratulations.
Super excited.
Heck yeah, well, you need to be, man. That was an awesome finish.
That was my first win of the year, man. I came at a great time, I guess.
Yeah, did it in style, dude. Did it when it really mattered. You were just teasing these boys out here,
Yeah, I've just been playing with them all year. That's it.
All right, well, hey, Doug, again, congratulations, man. It's awesome. Had a pleasure talking to you up here in the booth. Hey, you've got any final words, any final thoughts or shout outs before we let you go tonight? You can go ahead and throw them out there.
Yeah, big thanks to my teammates, Nate, Travis, and Joey. We worked hard this week to put in some laps and get things done, and I learned a lot from Nate. He's a great driver. I hate that he had a little trouble there at the beginning of it, but he sure did make a big comeback too, so that was good for him. But yeah, in my company, Simbox, if anybody's looking for a button box, I'll be glad to help you out. Just send me a message on Facebook or facebook.com SimboxPC.
All right, well, Doug, thank you again, man, for taking the time to have a word with us. It's been a pleasure having the honor to talk to you, and also, again, congratulations on getting yourself your first victory.
Man,
in that round of 12,
awesome.
baby.
I appreciate it, man. I'm going to have a beer now, I think. Appreciate it.
Hey, you need it. All right, well, hey, Doug, well, hopefully we'll be talking to you here next week, and again, congratulations, man. Don't celebrate too hard.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it, man. Have a good one.
You too, man. All right, and that was the 77 of Doug Neal. Gonna go ahead and bring up Nate Mowrer, that second place finisher. Have a word with him. Nate Mowrer, Chris, Josh, and John Kinder in the booth. You got a copy?
I got you guys. How you doing tonight?
Doing good, man. Doing good. And we got to go ahead and get the elephant out of the room. What happened there on the start, man? That was insane to go ahead and get that thing fired up. Get out there and going too early on lap 1. You were just wound up.
I don't know. I don't even know what happened. I don't know. I was even going to come over the radio and tell Ronnie, because he's starting the outside of Jason, and I was going to say, let's not battle, up front here. I was just going to let Ronnie slip right on in, and yeah, I just hit the gas and she went right, and I just whipped her back to the left. I did not want to ruin anybody's race. I just whipped it to the left. Thankfully, it did not bring out a caution, and it was all uphill from there then.
And Nate Kinder here.
How you doing, bud? Yeah, I got you, buddy.
Hey, that'll way to battle back from that. We saw you coming from the back of the pack. When you step on it, you got to kind of recover. So your sponsor was going to get mad at you if you didn't to recover there. So how was it coming through the field?
I'll keep it nice. You get behind the guy that have a good race that I can see, and then you get behind the guys where you catch up to them, and it's like you're behind a roadblock, and you kind of got to be aggressive to get around them, and hopefully you don't wreck them or they don't wreck you. It was fun. It was actually I thought it was actually fun just to starting to back and try working my way up. Yeah, one guy, I won't say names, towards the end there, he was just in front of me. I couldn't get around him. He kept on hitting the wall, and finally he hit the wall and cleaned himself out of the way for me. I was thankful for that. I just never got to track position, and I was hoping kind of for a late race caution there with like 25, 30 to go. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't gonna, even if I could have beat Doug, I wasn't gonna finish in front of him. I needed him to finish first tonight so he could advance to the next round.
Yeah, for sure. That's definitely going to shake up the points with him winning the race. And well, great job by both Simbox drivers. You guys did a heck of a job tonight. It's a tough place to do that at.
Yeah, we practiced. He's exaggerating when he said 400 or 500 laps. It might have been like 250 to 300. He's exaggerating a little bit.
Hey, it's his story. Let him tell it.
Yeah, he's old. He might be getting the dementia. I don't know. I gotta,
Hey,
gotta
easy,
check him
easy,
in.
Nate. Easy, easy.
But no, it was a great race. Great. I feel so bad for Jason once again. I don't know exactly what happened up front in front of me. I know it happened right in front of me, but I just want to race Jason again. I haven't been able to race Jason since I took him out. I think it was either Las Vegas or Atlanta when like early in the race. I just want to be able to race Jason hard again, and I just hope I get the opportunity because I love racing Jason.
I'm sure you will. You guys kind of separated yourself from this field and are always up front. So I'm sure you guys will have your battles.
I hope so.
Well, hey Nate, this is it's been an awesome time being able to talk to you, man. And again, congratulations on that second place spot, picking up Doug with the win, the Simbox teammate coming in with that second spot right there behind him. And hey, you drove yourself back to the field. You had adversity. You did everything. You just had to show these guys how to make it tough as possible and still get it done. Just hey, it's easy, man. It's a piece of cake. As you did it good, man. And hey, you've got any final thoughts, any final words or shout outs before we let you go tonight? You can go and throw them out there.
Yeah, first and foremost, you guys up in the broadcast booth, you guys do a great job, and especially you guys got a great guest up there tonight, the one and only John Kinder. He's my favorite Cup driver. I always liked him. He always help you out. He's just good guy all around. My teammates, Travis and Joey, but sorry, Travis, Joey. You know who my number one teammate is. That's old man Doug Neal. He's a great guy. I'm just glad he finally got a win. So yeah. So, and Jason runs a great league, very strict. He needs to be strict. That's what puts out good racing.
Heck yeah. Well, hey, Nate, again, congratulations, buddy, on that second place. We'll be seeing you here as we go into the round of 12 next week. And hey, again, congratulations and have a good rest of your night.
You too, guys. John, good luck tomorrow night, man.
Hey,
Go get him, boy.
Nate. I appreciate it. Good luck.
Yep.
All right, good job, bud.
Yep. Have a good night, guys.
All right, see you.
All right, and now we're going to go ahead and have a word with your third place finisher, Ronnie Shirk, and this will wrap up your interviews after this. Hey, Ronnie, sorry about the wait, buddy. This is Chris, Josh Kiwis, and John Kinder up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, man, you finished third place here tonight. You started in second spot. You know, you started on that outside pole, and early it looked like you had a very, very dominant truck battling with that 3 adjacent Collins. And once he fell back, you got a little bit of contact as well, and seemed like you know, you didn't fall back as far as him. You sat in that third spot. You really held that pace, and seemed like once that 77 and Doug Neal and then that 971 and Nate Mowrer got by, it was just pretty hard for you to keep up there with maybe a little bit of damage, something going on. What was really going on inside that machine tonight that wasn't allowing you to get back up there? But still, hey, third place, man, nothing to hang your head at. But hey, how are you feeling after that? And yeah, what was going on inside that cockpit tonight?
Well, the first part of the stage, I was just riding back there with Jason, just trying to manage my tires, and then we had that stage break come up, and right after that stage break is when the 77 came up there, and I was trying to hang with him, but he was all over my rear end, so I just let him go, and then as soon as I let him go, he just left me, and then we had those green flag pit stops, and when we came back out, he was already 7 seconds ahead of me. And I came out, I believe, second. And then towards the end of the run, I had Nathan behind me. He was putting up a fight, so I just let him go. I'm just trying to manage my points, not get wrecked, and working for a championship here, just driving smart.
Hey, Ronnie Kinder here. You got me? Hey, so for most of that race, I noticed you had the cleanest truck out there. It didn't touch the wall. That finish line wash pro Chevy was clean as could be. And I was talking to the guys on the booth and through the broadcast that you know that was going to pay dividends at the end. And then I noticed you striped it at the end. Was it just a product to just starting to push it real hard at the end of the race?
It was pushing far at the end of the race. Like I said, I was just trying to save tires, and I seen Nathan coming, so I tried to put up a battle with him, and then I just let him go, and then I tried to dig some more, and then just overdrove it, put it in the wall. Maybe the driver got a little sleepy. Who knows?
You shouldn't have had that second beer, is what it was, Ronnie.
I was only working on one today.
But hey, man, that was a great points day for you and a nice clean race for you. So congratulations on that, bud.
All right, thank you.
Well, hey, Ronnie, if you've got any final thoughts, any final words or shout outs before we let you go here tonight, buddy, you can go ahead and throw them out there.
I just want to thank Mark Ellis with Finish Line Wash Pros for sponsoring this year. If you're in the Charlotte area and you're listening to this, just go to finishlinewashpros.com. Have Mark come out and take care of your mold and all that and pressure wash everything for you. And also want to thank John Kinder as well. He's been helping me out throughout this year and coaching me a little bit. And yeah, thank you.
Good job, Ronnie.
Thank you.
All right. Well, hey, Ronnie, again, congratulations on the third position, man. Know that podium step might not have been the one you wanted to be on tonight, but still able to battle back and pick up that third spot as you were got a lot of fast race trucks out there. But either way, man, hey, again, good run here tonight. And hopefully we'll be talking to you here later as we go into the round of 12.
Awesome. Thank you, man.
All right. Thank you, buddy. Have a good night.
You too. Thanks.
All right. Well, hey, this has been Chris Kiwis, Josh Kiwis, and John Kinder in the booth up here for the Bluegrass guys. And again, that is presented by Buttkicker. And one more time before we let you guys go, we're going to let you know that if you need to add that instant immersion to any game, unlike a subwoofer that moves air, Buttkicker products move actual mass, predicting a haptic immersion that's powerful and accurate. So experience powerful bass even while using your headphones. So like you don't even have to take your headphones off. It's not like it's a speaker. You hook that thing up to your chair, boom, it's rattling that thing. You're feeling it. You're feeling the G forces basically at this point. You're gonna need harnesses getting this thing on. So not really that serious, but you might. It's you. Do whatever you want to. Or a gaming headset. you can wear your headset, you can wear your headphones, whatever you want to. Don't have to worry about taking those off. But the Buttkicker 2 easily attaches to any standard center post chair. So yeah. Check them out at buttkicker.com. And again, thank you guys for coming on board as they are helping present this series here at Bluegrass. Well, again, this has been Chris Kiwis, Josh Kiwis, and John Kinder in the booth. Any final thoughts from you guys before we let the fans go here tonight?
I just want to say thanks for having me up here. It was a blast. It's interesting to see how things operate from your guys' perspective. It's a lot tougher job than people realize. So you guys make it look easy, and thanks for having me up here.
Hey, we appreciate you taking your time to go up here, Kinder. It's always fun having you around. If whether it be us just shooting the bull in the Discord or just getting to sit down and watch a race together. This was a fun time. We're gonna have to do this again. We're gonna have to definitely get not only you but more cup drivers up here. This was a blast seeing it from not only from our perspective, but we get to see it from your perspective too. Get to listen to what the driver has to say. So it was definitely interesting take.
Yeah, John, it was a lot of fun having you up here in the booth. It made me have a little bit more fun. I was able to pay attention more to the race and everything. So able to sit and listen. Also, like you said, get to sit and watch the race with you. Get to listen to your wisdom. Get to listen to what you have to say about the track and everything. So it's been a lot of fun, and we really appreciate you coming up here and having a sit with us, sitting and talking to us.
Yeah, it's been a blast, Chris. Again, I appreciate you guys. Appreciate what you do for the series, and this has been a great experience.
Heck yeah. Well, speaking of great experiences, you're not going to want to miss tomorrow night, 9 p.m. You're going to get to witness this man, John Kinder, right here. We don't call him Fender Bender Kinder for a reason, man. He's going to be out there running doors, running walls, everything here at Darlington. As you heard it from him earlier, he's got to make it into the playoffs too with a win. So you're not going to want to miss that. As we've got not only the championship for the trucks, we've got the championship going for the cup, man. So you're gonna want to get here tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Get ready, get your butts down, and get ready to see some good Cup Series racing here at Darlington from the Bluegrass guys on YouTube, on Facebook. Same pages here, so make sure to hit that subscribe button if you're on YouTube. Hit that notification bell, and if you're on Facebook, hit that like button and share it with some friends. Send it in Messenger, do whatever. It's your Facebook. I don't care. I'm just kidding though. But hey, thank you to all the fans here joining up tonight. Glad to see you guys back out here, and hopefully we will be seeing you not next week, but tomorrow, and then we'll be seeing you next week for the trucks. But we'll be seeing you tomorrow for the Cup, so make sure to join up for that. And yeah, all in all, this is Chris, John Kinder, and Josh Kiwis up in the booth. We are signing out here tonight, so good night, and see you tomorrow.